The Hudson, starring Jamie Dyer and Jane Grandel, brought to you by Southwaves Audio, specializing in audio and radio production for the South Coast and beyond. Also, be sure to check our website for local events, news, reviews, and interviews. www.southwavesaudio.co.uk. That's www.southwavesaudio.co.uk.
Are you looking for something?
Well deduced, Holmes.
All right.
Sorry.
What is it?
I wanted to find that empty photo album. It's about time I put some of those loose snaps in something. They're just floating around the drawer and they spring out every time I open it. They're starting to get ruined.
Ah. Couldn't you just put them in an envelope for the time being?
Very nice. What a lovely way to treat the first snaps of your brother's children and the only photo we have of my cousin Jenna's wedding.
All right. Are you sure you didn't throw it away in the last purge?
What do you mean, purge?
Well, you do get a bit obsessional once you start tidying out.
I do not. But now that you mention it, I think this sideboard could do with a bit of a sort out.
Okay.
Oh, thank you for offering to help.
No, I'm keeping out of the way this time. I always end up getting caught in some kind of crossfire. It's better to leave it to the expert.
You mean it's boring and you'd rather read the weekend paper?
Not exactly. Sort of.
Fine. You do just get in the way and keep distracting me when you help.
See?
Yes. Right. Let's get down to it. What's in here? Ah, that engraver you bought me that time. I don't know what possessed you. What am I, some sort of master craftsman? I'm about as likely to start engraving things as you are to produce a rabbit from your baseball cap. I think we can get rid of that. At least put it in the maybe pile anyway. Why is this near the front? Don't think we'll be using Uncle Bill's ancient cine camera anytime soon. Yes, this cupboard really does need a sort out.
Why don't you chuck it out?
I couldn't do that. It has sentimental value. He took films of half the family with this. I know we haven't been able to watch them for years, but they're all here. Film of my mother as a child and her siblings. Shows they went to and all sorts. The thing that captured it all deserves a place in our cupboard.
If you say so.
I do, along with all the films.
Gosh, there are a lot, aren't there? I've not really looked before.
I know. One day I'll send them off to one of those services.
Services?
You can pay people to transfer them now.
Ha! Who knew?
I did. I'll get around to it sometime.
And why not now?
Because Mum's got more in the loft. Might as well wait till I can send them all together.
More? Jeepers, Uncle Bill was prolific.
Yes, indeed. Oh my goodness, is this what I think it is? All our engagement cards and first Christmas and birthdays after we were married.
Oh dear.
Oh, don't be mean. I know men don't get sentimental about things like this. But remember each time we got a new card after we were married, and when they were addressed to Mr. and Mrs. Hudson? It took us about 3 years to get used to that.
Apart from when it was a bill addressed to us.
Well, yeah. That's not the same, is it? But a handwritten envelope from family. That's precious.
Do you really need to keep them in the envelopes? Couldn't you free up a bit of space by condensing down? Getting rid of some of the unnecessary bits?
Well, I've already got rid of a box. Let me decide what's precious and what isn't.
I'm not the one who's just thrown out a present from my spouse.
All right, well, maybe I'll find some room at the back for it.
Thank you.
Well, that's a keeper.
What is?
Our wedding album.
Of course.
Not that you ever look at it.
Well, apparently, neither do you. If it was behind Uncle Bill's cine camera, a load of films and your engraving machine...
It was in the front of the other cupboard, actually. If you would put down your paper for 5 seconds, you'd know that.
If I didn't read the paper at the weekend, I wouldn't know what was going on in the world, since you won't let me watch the news in the evening.
Well, it's all depressing. Nothing but bad news. If I watched it all, I don't think I'd want to get out of bed ever again. Anyway, that's on the keep pile. Ooh, so is this.
What is?
That giant shell we found when we went on our first holiday.
Oh, here we go. What on earth do you still keep that for?
It has sentimental value.
So do all my original PlayStation games, but that doesn't stop you nagging me to throw them out.
I do not nag you. And it's you who always moans when you have to move the boxes to get to the bottom of your wardrobe. I only suggested you might want to thin out the collection a bit. It's not like you have a machine that can play them anymore.
Yes, I do.
Yes, all right, you have the machine, but it doesn't work. And I know the newest machine won't play them because I've asked at the shop 2 Christmases running.
Have you?
Of course I have. Mr. Why don't you start engraving things? Just want to make the point here that I'm still not nagging you. Besides, if I can make some room in here, some of your games might fit in. Problem solved.
Well, that doesn't actually seem fair. For you to throw away your stuff to make room for mine.
It's not really my stuff in here, it's ours.
Is it? I don't think Uncle Bill's camera is ours.
All right. What are these then?
My dad's Jennings books. I thought they were in the loft.
They were. Until I rescued them. As if I would make Jennings and Derbyshire live in the loft.
All right. I will thin out that PlayStation collection.
You don't have to.
No, I want to.
Do you?
Yes, we do need to start making room.
Well, I suppose it has got a bit cluttered around here.
Not only that, we've well and truly taken over the spare room.
Isn't that what spare rooms are for?
Yeah, but you never know. It might be needed one day.
I can see that happening. When Mum had to stay the night last year, you nearly had a stroke.
I wasn't that bad, and I'm afraid it's the stock reaction. I'm a man. She's my mother-in-law. I'd be letting down generations of husbands before me if I didn't put up a little bit of a fight.
I suppose so.
I'll go and get those boxes then, shall I?
Can't you at least wait until I've seen how much room I can make in here before you start filling it again?
All right. I'll finish the paper while you finish the cupboard then.
Thank you.
What's that noise? I didn't know we had a drinks cabinet.
Oh, we've got a drinks cabinet, all right. There's just no drink in it.
Oh yeah, a drinks cabinet filled with empty glasses.
I still can't believe it. How many was it in the end?
I don't know. We must have got sets of 6 from at least 8 people.
I suppose that was our punishment for not making a wedding list. But seriously, when are we ever going to use brandy glasses? Champagne flutes, tumblers, wine glasses, those little sherry ones. I never did work out who thought you might like to drink from a tankard.
No.
Although that time you used it for cocoa was very funny.
Felt like I was drinking at the bar of the Rover's Return with Ken Barlow.
You looked like it as well with that whipped cream moustache.
You haven't made cocoa like that for a while.
Well, I don't buy that spray cream very often.
I think I'll just nip to the shop.
That was The Hudsons, written by and starring Jamie Dyer as Harry and Jane Grandel as Helen. The announcer was Pete Lutz. The music was by Kevin MacLeod. This program was brought to you by Southwaves Audio.